moment on a limb. She's travelling up the mare. Emerald back on the inside. A length away, Arena, and Cassidy has got the 3-year-old colt in a great spot. Tie the Knot is back, 6th last on the inside. Beechwood Road 3 wide as they race to the post from Bluebird. The word praise indeed. Done deal, and Edda's last of all. Past the judge, short of 2,200 metres to go, and it's Ears Ronnie. He's a tearaway leader. The Bolter out by 6 or 7 lengths on for the moment, moving around Steel Phoenix. Lahar is now 4th, 1 out. On the fence, Emerald. Beechwood Road's done it tough. He's facing the breeze, 3 wide, and his rider, Lenny Beasley's going forward. Our Unicorn relegated, 1 away from the fence, back to centre field. Tie the Knot at his girth, the inside. Arena's paying him company, the outside from Praise Indeed. Then Bluebird, the word, the dual Wellington Cup winner, Edda's 2nd last, and a length away to these New Zealand counterpart, and that is Done Deal at the tail of the field. Here's Ronnie at a good bat. The Sydney Cup fielder over the crossing, 1,600 metres to go. Here's Ronnie in front, led by nearly 3 lengths on. Steel Phoenix chasing. Beechwood Road is 3rd, 2 lengths to 4 the moment. Emerald hasn't spent a penny on the fence. She's 5th, 2 lengths Lahar. 2.5 to Our Unicorn. Tie the Knot is a good 10 lengths off the lead. He's back on the inside of Our Unicorn. Then came Arena. The race is being run to suit the 3-year-old from Praise Indeed. Done Deal 3 wide, starting to stride around Bluebird, the word, and Edda's at the tail of the field. They're on the next bend. Short of 1,200 metres to go. Here's Ronnie in front. He's really run them along at a great speed in the Cup, led by 5 lengths on Steel Phoenix. 2 lengths away, Beechwood Road moving around Emerald. 3 lengths to 4 the moment. Tie the Knot die starting to go forward. Done Deal moves around Lahar. Our Unicorn lost his spot. Cassidy is riding a coal race on Arena. He's back 4th last, about 3 lengths away to Ed under the bat running on. They were followed by Bluebird, the word, and Praise Indeed as last of all. Well, King has got Ears Ronnie, a mighty leader at the 600 metres mark. He must be 8 lengths in front. He's giving the bookies a great sight. Steel Phoenix is a clear 2nd. Emerald on the fence. Here comes Tie the Knot. Dies coming around the outside of the mare Lahar. They were followed by Our Unicorn. Arena tried to go with Tie the Knot, but Tie the Knot got away from him. At the foot of the rise, 400 metres to go. Here's Ronnie in front. Here's Tie the Knot. He hasn't flinched on him, Die, and he's moved up within a stride at the 250. Oh, he's raced to the lead from Here's Ronnie, who's run a hell of a race. 2 lengths away to Lahar, Steel Phoenix, Arena, but he's going to join the elites of the history books. Tie the Knot. He'll make it back-to-back Sydney Cups. He has a good look at the crowd 50 metres out. He's a real champion, all right. Tie the Knot wins by 4 lengths on the line. Here's Ronnie 2nd. The old boy, Praise Indeed, 3rd from Arena. Then came Lahar, Beechwood Road, Steel Phoenix, Our Unicorn. A long gap in the field, then to Emerald for the moment. Done Deal. The old boy, Ed, was a long way back, and last home in the Sydney Cup was Bluebird, the word.
Well, you haven't seen an easier win than that, have you?
Eagle Hand in the centre, and on the inside, Brotherly Love. A length and a half to Shattered Circle, 1.5 Wingfoot. A length back on the inside of those. Then came Arakazar, and a length and a half to Sky Bow. At the 1,400 metre mark, it's Rippermate, the outside, Archer Street, just shading it on the inside, and they've drawn out 3 lengths to Gallopini. He's a bold striding galloper, and he's moved up to be a clear 3rd. A length and a half away, then came Madonna, moving up on the outside of Kipling on the 1,200 metre turn. 1.5 further back to Arch of Colours. Brotherly Love was next. Shattered Circle improving at the expense of Legal Hand. 2 lengths to Wingfoot, a length and a half Arakazar, who's well back, and a length away to Sky Bow. 1,000 metres out, and Archer Street runs along now and is striding freely by 2 lengths nearly. 2 in 2nd placing. Rippermate inching a bit closer. 2 lengths away, 3rd Gallopini's had a nice run after being a little wide around the first turn. Further back to Kipling on the inside, and still there too, but under some pressure, Madonna coming around the March of Colours, and also joining in there was Legal Hand, who's moved up around Brotherly Love, and Wingfoot has gone off around them quickly, about 3 and 4 wide. Skybow last, but only 6 off the lead with Arakazar on its inside. The leader still the one to snare at the moment. Archer Street snuck away by 2 lengths. 2 in 2nd placing, Rippermate. Gallopini's rider now getting busy. Over on the outside, Wingfoot has gone up and past it, and Gallopini got in a bit of a squeeze. Kipling on the inside. Arakazar runs home in behind those. Brotherly Love's getting a run up on the inside. Gallopini's going to run last. They race down inside the 200, and Archer Street's got a big break. Skybow is starting to fly out wide. Skybow's after Archer Street. They're the only 2 chances. Gallopini's going to run last, but Skybow back to winning form after a long time. Scores by 2 to Archer Street. Kipling 3rd. 4th Arakazar home late from Brotherly Love. Then Madonna followed by Rippermate, Wingfoot. Then came Shattered Circle. Legal Hand, Arch of Colours, Gallopini, Absolute, and about 4 lengths off Archer Colours in 2nd last placing. I don't know what's happening.
Set and racing, and El Camino began fairly towards the inside. Kenrose began fast, and Go Flash Go on the outside was away very swiftly indeed. Van Halen trips Selracha. Panoramic Lads going forward today as they settle into stride now and come to water back about middle of the field or a bit worse, with El Camino next to last. Down the back they run. Trips in front, leads by about a neck. Go Flash Go at the 1200 metres has taken him on and runs to the lead. Selracha third, with Honourable Lord improving around it, and then Kenrose. 2 lengths to Panoramic Lad running sixth, followed by Van Halen. Then Educate on the inside. Leading Light going forward, followed by Come to Water and Bellow Senor. Over on the inside is Voluto, about a length and a half to Joe Bananas, El Camino, Bearskin and Kunai's Choice last of all. At the turn at the 800 metres now, Go Flash Go a little over a length to Honourable Lord, a length to Trips and Kenrose, fourth outside Selracha. A couple of lengths to Educate on the inside. Back there with it Panoramic Lad. Leading Light wide, a length and a half, then Come to Water, followed by Voluto. Further back in the field is Van Halen when they came up near to the home turn, followed by Bellow Senor, and a gap then to Joe Bananas. El Camino's a long way back on the fence from Bearskin, Kunai's Choice. Go Flash Go at the 400, kicked by 2 to Trips Honourable Lord. Selracha on the outside, and then Kenrose coming home fairly well. El Camino on the fence. Go Flash Go in front at the 200 metres, a couple clear from Trips and Honourable Lord. El Camino on the rail. Go Flash Go. He's going to do it again. He's 3 in front and another all the way win. Go Flash Go. Too Good beats El Camino. A big run second. Photo third between Honourable Lord, Voluto and Trips. Not much between them, clear of Bellow Senor, Van Halen and Selracha. Further back was Educate, Kenrose, Leading Light, Come to Water, Panoramic Lad, Joe Bananas, and further back behind those were Bearskin and Kunai's Choice. 3 for 3. He just keeps getting better. 1:36.7 the time. Go Flash Go maintaining the unbeaten record. At the outside gate, a dry track for the first.
4-3. Now, big field at Randwick for the 7th event, the Hallmark Quality Stakes. A handicap, and we take you back now to Terry for the running of race 7.
Bonfires in the black with the cerise cap. Starter on his platform. Set to jump. Perfect line, although there's Hockney rearing up and about gate 3 or 4. The rider is out the back. Dual Photon is also very fidgety. His rider dashing for cover. And he's cast in the gate, this horse. Hockney on the TAB number 3 was showing $16.10. So the attendants are working frantically with him. They've rushed around to the front of the gate. Paint and Life of Riley seem to stand up well. Dual Photon's rider is out of the saddle, and so too the rider of Sovereign State. It's Hockney, the one out behind the line. So we have a delay here as they try and free this horse. It'll be interesting to see what Guy Walter does now with Tie the Knot. Which races he aims the terrific stayer at during the Spring Carnival. In fact, that's Corporate James out the front of the gate. Corporate James it is, number 1 out the front of the gate. I can see his rider now, Damien Oliver, at the back. So Dual Photon's rider out of the saddle, horse out of the gate. Hockney's out of the line and the rider out of the saddle. And Sovereign State, Kevin Moses out of the saddle, the horse out of the line. Corporate James comes back behind the gate. Where was he drawn? He was drawn in gate 6. And the horse that played up Hockney was in gate 5. It was definitely Hockney that jumped into the other starting petition, but he was released from the gate, I do feel. The other runners stand up well with Blazing Steel, Dynamic Blaze. So the club's vet will be inspecting these horses. Corporate James at $12.80. Hockney's at $16.70. And the other one, Dual Photon number 9, was at $30.70. Antiquities, no, he's not the problem one. It's Sovereign State at $10.20. So if one of the top 3 I've just given you happen to come out, there would be some alteration to the betting. Corporate James back down the end of the chute. Oliver back in the saddle, prancing around. Club's vet inspecting him. I've got a feeling Hockney could be very doubtful here. Rider's taken the skull cap off. So an indefinite delay at the moment.
Okay, so there is a delay there. Now, just a message to from the TAB that phone betting is being affected at the moment, is a little slow, but they're working on the problem at the moment. Keep persisting, you'll get through shortly with everything back to normal soon. Now, at Elwick, they're moving in as well, and we've got Hockney out now at Randwick, number 3. Hockney is a late scratching. Let's go back to Terry.
Corporate James comes up to the gate. Some of these runners have been standing in there for a long time. Spenders well behaved and they're all set. Set. Racing. Bounced in a great line. Eastern Star, Baycan Empire, Kid Latin, Pimpala, Prince and Antiquity all jumped away quickly. Life of Riley is spearing through along the inside into a good spot, and Paint the Grey going up on the fence. They were followed by Sovereign State, Jewel Photon, 2 lengths to Dynamic Blaze, Corporate James, Here's the Prince, Bonfire, Spin, Tri-Cove. Blazing Steel is well back, and Padstow's at the tail of the field. At the 700 metres mark, and the leader, Life of Riley from Kid Latin, Pimpala Prince 3 out. 2 lengths away to Paint, chasing on the back of the speed. They were followed by Antiquity. He's beautifully balanced on the outside of Sovereign State from Baycan Empire. 2 lengths to Jewel Photon with the white cap. Dynamic Blaze wide from Corporate James. Here's the Prince, Eastern Star, Bonfires, Tri-Cove, Padstow, Spend and Blazing Steel. In the straight now on top of the rise, 350 out. And Pimpala Prince on the outside of Life of Riley back to the inside. Paint on the outside running on from Antiquity. Jewel Photon's about to get out with Corporate James, but the Inzetta, Life of Riley's kick. Dynamic Blaze is whirling down the centre of the track with Corporate James in the centre. Life of Riley clear of Corporate James and Dynamic Blaze. Life of Riley clinging on for dear life and fell in to win. Life of Riley's won from Corporate James and Dynamic Blaze. Blazing Steel out of the ground from Paint, and here's the Prince. Then Pimpala Prince, Baycan Empire, Sovereign State. They were followed by Spin, Padstow, Bonfires, Jewel Photon, Eastern Star, Kidlat. Well back was Antiquity. He folded up badly. And Tri-Cove last, the late scratching at the barrier of number 3, Hockney.
Great win there to Life of Riley. And
Light cloud cover. Starter holds them. Racing this time, and Follow the Stars was prominent early and away very quickly with it too. Was going through along the inside, the top weight, and that's Kiora Star. Wider out on the track, Red Counter's going up to have a crack at them with another Ripple, and also Adelaide Express, and pushing through Noisy Prospect from further back, Shavit, Yali Gold. They were followed in that division too on the outside by Chrysler Magic, and also with those was Key Issue as they come down the side. Double Legends well back, so is What a Genius. There's not a lot of room there at the tail, and back to last now. Squeezed out of it was Yarasara Blue. Around the side turn, Carmen's Pride about 4th last. Will Aspire, the stablemate, just ahead of her. Around the turn they race now. Red Counter, big odds, leads the way from Kiora Star. Over on the outside, Adelaide Express, and they were followed wider out by another Ripple now under pressure. In behind them, Yali Gold with Shavit and also Chrysler Magic. Follow the Stars getting a run. Further back, What a Genius and Double Legend together, and they were followed then by Noisy Prospect. And further back in the field, General Kaz followed by Key Issue. Carmen's Pride out wide and Will Aspire inside the 150 metre mark though, and the leader still is Red Counter, but here's Follow the Stars with a big finish. Follow the Stars races up. Yali Gold goes the shortcut, and down the outside Sarah Blue. It might even be Sarah Blue, the wide one. In the centre we've got Follow the Stars, and back on the inside Yali Gold. This could go either of a couple of ways. Adelaide Express next in, followed by Shavit, and they were followed then by Red Counter, who held on very solidly. Further back behind those, Kiora Star, followed then by What a Genius, Double Legend, Noisy Prospect, Carmen's Pride out wide, then came Will Aspire, General Kaz, Chrysler Magic, another Ripple, and Key Issue. Another very good finish. The horse on the inside, Yali Gold, momentarily looked to have hit the front. Follow the Stars is the one that'll miss out, and Sarah Blue is the one that will get them out wide. Sarah Blue, I think you'll find, has scored here. Finishing deep, a mare by Sarajevo from Blue Tune, Damien Holland for Byron Cosmanis. No numbers posted, but Sarah Blue will win this. The very wide apart added to the fact the rail is out 7 metres. Now, number 7, Follow the Stars, and Yali Gold on the inside. But the winner, Sarah Blue, raced by the Thabby Racing Syndicate, managed by Jay Boswell, And Damien Holland
Them on early though as they settle down, and French Flute is wider out as they go past 1,000. Queen Kahuna in front. French Flute moves up to second now, and third Angel Spirit over on the inside. Half to Brightside and Ruralism is fifth when they run to the turn at the 800. Always Forever going around her, followed by Flame of Atlanta. Then Emotional Success. Cafe Who's got a good way back, passed by Primrose Penny and Close Your Eyes. Last of all, Queen Kahuna led and slowed them down through the last 300. Just in front around the home turn from French Flute and Ruralism the outside. Always Forever very wide. Angel Spirit and Brightside Sweat on runs. Primrose Penny coming wider from Emotional Success and Flame of Atlanta when they corner. And still Cafe Who, one of the last with Close Your Eyes. Queen Kahuna at the 300 led, but Ruralism's coming at it quickly. Always Forever under the whip is going with Ruralism. Flame of Atlanta and Angel Spirit are finishing quickly the inside, and Close Your Eyes from last. Ruralism from Flame of Atlanta. Close Your Eyes has swapped them though. Sprinted away, and Close Your Eyes streaks clear to beat Flame of Atlanta by 2. Ruralism third from Angel Spirit, Primrose Penny and Always Forever. Then Cafe Who, Emotional Success, followed by Brightside, Queen Kahuna folding badly, and French Flute last of all. Well, it just came out of the ground with 200 to go. What a brilliant finishing burst from Close Your Eyes. Right down the middle of the track, and has blown them away in the time of 1:10.9. Ridden by Eddie Wilkinson. Victory in the last on the card for 7, Close Your Eyes.
And 80 cents. The gates are back and they're racing. Yippee-yi-yo went straight out to last on settling. Discretion, Dibbles, Dane and Zuccarino bounced quickly. Clearfield Lass is showing plenty of early speed with Trust in Dreams and Dance With Me on the fence. Highest Caliber with the green cap is centre field. They were followed by Pure Steel. Yippee-yi-yo starting to move up on the outside of Luigi the Great. Spying as well back with Over the Rising and Final Forecast. They're absolutely dawdling short of 1,200 metres to go. Dibbles Dane in front of Discretion. Zuccarino third. Moving up Clearfield Lass. Trust in Dreams in the centre. Dance With Me on the fence. Then Highest Caliber, Luigi the Great. Yippee-yi-yo is back fifth last in between runners on the fence. Pure Steel. Moving up on the outside, Spying 3 deep. A length away Final Forecast, and Over the Rising last of all. Dibbles Dane is walking at the 800 metres mark. He's in front of Discretion. Zuccarino in the centre. 2 lengths away, Discretion now on the fence as Highest Caliber moved up to be third. They were followed a length further back by Trust in Dreams, Clearfield Lass. Then Dance With Me. Yippee-yi-yo starting to go forward from Luigi the Great, whipping around the outside in the red cap. Pure Steel is well back with Spying, Over the Rising and Final Forecast. Coming to the bend, 450 out. Dibbles Dane in front of Zuccarino and Highest Caliber moving up 3 out. Yippee-yi-yo behind those. Luigi the Great with the red cap coming down the centre of the track. Then came Discretion. On top of the rise, Dibbles Dane's had a soft run. He's the leader. He leads by a length. I think the rider might have lost the whip. Highest Caliber's after him. Then Spying on the outside with Final Forecast. Dibbles Dane in front. Final Forecast is hurtling down the centre of the track. He's the danger. Spying trying to go with him. Dibbles Dane in front. Final Forecast pegs him back. Can't get him. Dibbles Dane leads from barrier to box and wins from Final Forecast. Spying third. Yippee-yi-yo fourth. Then Dance With Me, Discretion back to the fence from Over the Rising, Luigi the Great. Highest Caliber, Zuccarino, Trust in Dreams, well back in the field, Pure Steel and Clearfield last home. Well, he's got away with grand larceny in front on Dibbles Dane. Number 8, Daniel Beasley. The leaders have fair dinkum walked in front. The run of Final Forecast.
They're ready, they're off this time. And a little slow to begin, Observant, and away quickly was Buckled Down. Spirit Level began okay. Udlow Mill, likewise Manatsky, and Scotland Yard has the inside running with those. They were followed close handy then by State Shadow, and around the outside there's Avente. Further back to Delbra. Northern Oak are getting back in the field now with over on the inside Royal Consort, a length and a quarter to Coxmore. Observant's one of the last at the moment, and back there with it is Miss Maluka, and there's another one just obscured over on the outside for the time being. And as they move onto the side, that's Balata. So they go towards the 1,200 metre turn now to come down the side, and Udlow Miller's the new leader by a length and a half. Zavente, who's working after that leader, wants to get on with it. 3 lengths Manatsky held together from Buckled Down, and they were followed by a group of horses, including State Shadow, Spirit Level and Delbra, and the inside runner with all of those was Scotland Yard at the 1,000. 1.5 Northern Ochre outside of Royal Consort, a length to Balata, a 3/4 margin back on the inside Coxmore, then a length away to Miss Maluka, and last of of all is Observant. 800 metres out, and Udlo Mill is the front runner. A length and a half in advance. Second placing's Avente, 2.5 off Buckled Down, who just starting to knuckle down now, with one moving up on the outside, Delbra. They're closing ground on this leading division at the 600 from Scotland Yard into the clear. Manatsky the inside, wider out Spirit Level. Ballada's going on with it too, and so too is Northern Ochre joining in behind them. They've jammed up. Royal Consort, Avente dropped out sharply, and Royal Consort pushed up between horses. Wider out on the track, Ballada still running on, but Buckle Down is really knuckling down towards the 250. Shows the way by a couple. Scotland Yard in full flight now, but under the whip. Royal Consort runs in behind them. He's getting home pretty well, and down the outside, Miss Maluka might be the swooper. It's Buckle Down the leader, Royal Consort. Now Miss Maluka joining in down the outside. Miss Maluka and Royal Consort. Royal Consort has won. Royal Consort from Miss Maluka didn't quite get there. Third on the inside, Buckle Down. Ballata kept running on. Coxmore also made good ground. Scotland Yard didn't finish it off, and in that division were Udlo Mill, also Observant, and also Delbra, who's beaten quite a few in. Further back, State Shadow. Then came Northern Ochre, followed by Manatsky, Spirit Level, and Zavente knocked up to be a very long last. Royal Consort, number 1, has won the final event of the day for...
Now, Teddy